Morning, folks. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School, and I've come up here on a ridge on the backside of my property where there's a lot of wind that comes across, and we do have a storm coming in, so there's some wind coming in here right now. And I've set up this Tex Energy charging device that is a wind-powered charger. And you can see once the wind picks up to a certain level, it begins charging this iPad. If the wind slows down, it stops. You can see it coming on and going off depending on how much wind you have here. But if you live in a windy area, this is a very good way to take advantage of free energy to charge a device. And it will charge an iPhone, a laptop, things like that, up to and including a computer. So I just wanted to come up here and test this thing out, show you guys a little bit of video of it today, how simple it is and things like that. And I appreciate you joining me up here. I'm going to stay up here and see what kind of a charge value we get off this thing in some of this higher wind. All right, so let's talk real quick about how easy this thing is to use. You know, this thing is dead simple. You've got a collar here that you can turn to unlock this and extend it up, just like this, so you can get it into the wind more. Gives you a little bit of extra height. You can also turn this collar on the bottom just like this to lock the legs. But this mount is basically a tripod style mount. So you could mount this to any tripod that you had with you and not necessarily have to carry this tripod. Although I find this tripod pretty convenient. So you just turn the collar until you can fold the legs, and the legs fold up. You have an open close position here. You drop it down and lock it shut. You have a tilt here, just like a normal tripod, so that you can tilt it into the wind if you need to adjust the windage a little bit. Other than that, you have a normal tripod that you could actually use as a secondary tripod for your camera as well. You have a charging cable that is USB compatible. That plugs into the back side. It's got a screw-in collar to keep it in place, and then it plugs in, and you've got a cover, a plastic cover, rubber cover that goes over top of that to keep it protected. So that's your second component. Then you have the motor itself, and the front end, it's got a knurled free spinning device here to tighten that up, to pull the front end of those propellers off of the motor itself. And then the motor stores just like this. And these propellers are actually push in, push out. And the first time I pushed them in, they were pretty difficult to get in there. So I'll probably have to be fairly careful getting them out and wiggle them a little bit. But it looks like they're coming right out for the most part. So everything can be broken down for storage in a small case, and it comes with a black nylon Molly style case, I guess if you want to call it that, and a sleeve for the tripod. I'll probably replace this with something more heavy duty like a Savota that's about the same size and compact it all in there. But all in all, it's a really simple system. The assembly is just a reverse. It's got notches in it here where those propellers go in, or where those blades go in, excuse me, to make that propeller. So you just push it in there. Again, this device is free spinning, this tightening screw here. And then it's as simple as plugging this thing in and putting it on the tripod that comes with it. Or again, if you wanted to lighten the load a little bit, you could attach it to a tripod that you already have if you're out filming or something like that. Or you can use this tripod that it comes with, which is actually a really nice tripod and would be a nice camera tripod as an additional tripod to your camera. Again, it's got an open and closed position to pull it down and drop the legs. Once you drop the feet on it, you can turn the collar to lock the feet so they can't move. And you can extend this up and down and you can lock that in place to keep it from moving. I was turning it the wrong way. And once you have that, all you need to do is plug it into your USB, and if you've got strong enough wind, you're ready to start charging your device. It's got holes here in the legs, which could be used obviously to get that thing up in the wind a little bit, to tie it down if you're worried about it blowing away in a really high wind. But all in all, it's a pretty solid product.